Hi everyone. This is the second installment of the yoga practice for someone who is recovering from an injury or an illness or living with a chronic condition such as Parkinson's disease. Maybe you just came out of surgery, just out of rehab. This is a standing portion, so that means that if you're at a fall risk, you want to be sure that you have a doctor's clearance and that you feel pretty safe on your feet. It's a dynamic practice, so we want to be sure that you're safe and that you're not going to fall during it. You can have a chair or a table to hold on to. That can certainly help. You want to have something pretty sturdy. A walker might be okay, but it's a little bit more wobbly, so I prefer something that was a little bit stronger. Maybe have somebody at home just in case. So we're going to start. You can stand on an exercise mat or something firm. Wear sneakers if you feel at all unsafe with slipperiness. So stand behind something that you can hold on to. Ideally, it would be about waist height. Mine is a little bit low. So turn to the side. I'm going to turn with my left, or rather right hip for you, facing my support. And then I'm going to step my right foot forward and step my left foot a little further back. Check out how I feel right now. I'm not sort of standing on a balance beam. My legs are a little bit wide apart widthwise, and I don't know, about 1 or 2 feet apart lengthwise. From here, bring my left hand onto my left hip, stand really nice and tall, and then bend the right knee. So just a really simple lunge here. Probably going to feel a little bit of a stretch on the front of your left hip, maybe the back of your left leg as well. Breathe nice and steady here, feeling connected to the floor and feeling nice and tall through the chest. Notice if your head feels like it's jutted forward, draw that skull back. So the ears line up with your shoulders. When you're ready to come out of the pose, simply straighten your front leg and walk your feet back together. Turn to face the other direction. So now your left hand is on your table or a chair, and you're going to step your right foot forward and your left foot back. Make sure that they don't feel too far apart. You should still feel really nice and stable. Bring your right hand onto your right hip. Inhale and lift up through your chest. And then bend your front knee. A strong lunge. Toes are relaxed, spreading into the floor. And you're getting a nice little stretch on the front of your back leg, as well as in the calf and ankle. A few deep breaths here. Strengthening exercise as well for that front thigh. You might feel a little bit of a burn right in this area. Straighten your front leg and slowly and gently step the feet back together. Good, turn back towards your support once again, 2 hands on it now. You're going to bring your legs wider apart, so a wide parallel, all 10 toes facing forward. And your legs are wider than your shoulders. So you might have them pretty wide if you're really steady. You might have them a little narrower if you're a little bit more worried about your balance. Look down at your left foot and turn your left foot out about 90 degrees. So the toes face sort of away from your nose. Good, then look over at your right foot and kick your right heel just about 2 inches away from your face. Good, from here, stand nice and tall, lifting and broadening the chest. And then bend your left knee. Your left knee should be right over the ankle, so don't let it fall in or out. It's right on top of that ankle. Good, from here you can keep holding on to your support, or you might extend 1 arm, or you might extend 2 arms, depending on your balance. Reach wide through those arms and maybe begin to turn your eyes to gaze out over your left hand. Breathing steady here. This is called Warrior 2. From here, bring your hands back to your support. Straighten your leg and come back to a wide parallel. And we'll do our second side. So look down at your right toes, turn the right toes out 90 degrees so the toes face away from you. Look down at your left foot and kick your left heel just about 2 inches back away from you. Full feet on the floor, nice and firm. From here, stand tall through the spine, lift and broaden the chest, and then bend your right knee. Make sure the knee is right over the ankle, right over the foot, and then either hands on your support or reach the arms wide. And you're breathing nice and steady here. You might feel like your legs are doing quite a lot of work. That's okay. You can look at your arms and make sure they're parallel to the ground. A lot of times one of them starts to droop. And your fingers are nice and long. From here, bring your hands back to your support, straighten that leg, and come back to parallel. Good, from here, look once again at your left toes and turn your left toes out 90 degrees. Then look at your right foot, kick your right heel slightly back. From here, bring your left hand onto your left hip, and then cock both of your hips, just your whole pelvis, a little bit off to the right. Now you see I went from the center a little to the right. From here, I'm going to let myself lean a little bit that way. I can keep my hand on the support, or if I feel really nice and steady, I may extend that arm straight out and up. A variation of triangle pose. This requires quite a bit of balance, so feel those feet on the ground. Keep your eyes steady, and know that your chair is there if you need it. To come back up, really connect down into the ground. Feel the feet on the ground. To stand back up, hands back onto your support. Come to a wide parallel once again. And then turn your right toes out. Kick your left heel away. Bring your right hand onto your right hip and shift both hips just a little bit off to the left. Let your whole trunk start to lean that way. Turn your chest slightly up towards the sky. Either stay where you are with your hands or extend that top arm up. Triangle pose. If it hurts your neck to look up at the sky, you can just look straight forward, or you can look down. Whatever feels right to you. Breathing here, feeling the work that's required to simply maintain this position. Press into the feet, nice and strong, to stand all the way back up. Okay, from here, come back into a parallel, and then step your feet together. So your feet are now in a parallel. I'll step to the side so you can see a little better. Bring your palms together. Standing nice and tall, feeling the chest right over the pelvis, right over the feet, and the head balanced and floating on top. You can keep your eyes open here, especially if balance is a really big issue for you, or you can experiment a little bit with closing the eyes and breathing and feeling the way that your weight shifts constantly, just to maintain that balance. You can always open your eyes if you start to feel unsteady. Breathe nice and steady. Slowly open your eyes if they're closed. Kind of come back behind your support once again and come into a wide parallel. From here, hands on your chair, lift and broaden your chest, extending that spine and looking upwards. Good, and then keeping the spine long, fold right at your hip crease. So you just start to come into a bit of a tabletop position. Hands can be on the back of your chair. You might stop here. This might be enough for you today. You might start to walk your hands down until they're actually on the seat of the chair. And you might even let the head hang, a nice little forward fold here. Some of you may have a lot of range of motion. You might be able to come into a forward fold with your hands closer to the ground. You're welcome to do that if that feels right. In this forward fold, simply breathe. Allow your head to hang, neck nice and loose. To come out of the posture, gaze forward. Strong belly here, strong spine. Walk your hands back to the back of the chair and push your way all the way up. From here, we're going to come into tree pose, which is a balancing pose. So you're going to want to have that support nice and close to you. I'll come to the side so that you can see a little bit better. So first step is to stand nice and tall on 2 feet. Then you're going to shift your weight onto your left foot. Notice that my right foot is still down, but my weight has shifted, so I feel a lot more weight pouring into this left foot. Bring the heel of your right foot up. Turn the right thigh and the right knee open. You can either stay here, or you might even bring your right heel onto your left ankle. Next step, you might bring the foot all the way up so the whole foot is on your ankle. Stand nice and tall, push down to the ground to grow taller. The more you sink down, the harder it is to balance. Push down to grow taller. From here, you can keep your hand on the chair, or you might experiment with letting go for a moment, bringing the palms together. If that feels easy, you might extend the arms all the way up. If you fall and one foot comes down, just like that, doesn't matter. Just get right back into it or stay with 2 feet on the ground. Good, bringing the arms down if they're up, finding your support 2 feet to the ground. And we'll switch to the other side. So start with 2 feet down and stand nice and firm. Feel yourself grow tall and then shift your weight onto the right foot. Feel yourself standing more on your right foot than your left. And then bring your left heel up. Turn the thigh and the knee open. Stay here. Or if you like, bring that left heel to the right ankle. If that feels okay, you might sneak the foot all the way up onto the ankle. Focus on pushing down to grow taller. And now from here, if you'd like, you can release your support and maybe try balancing with the palms together. And if that's working out well, you might extend the arms. If you feel yourself losing your balance, simply put that foot down so you got 2 feet on the ground again. You can have your hands together or separate, whatever feels best to you. Good. From here, bring your hands back down. Hold on to your support and 2 feet to the ground. So we'll end with a little bit of movement. Once again, some sun salutation movement, but this time we're going to do it standing. So reach the arms wide and up, Palms facing up towards the sky until they come together. And then exhale through the center. Let your eyes follow the path of your hands. Inhale through the center all the way up. And exhale wide. Turn the palms out. Inhale, reaching up and out. Coming together. And exhale through the center. Inhale through the center. And exhale wide. Let your movement and your breath line up together. Inhaling to go up. Exhaling to release down. Twice more like that. From here, we're going to finish with a final relaxation. However, if you'd like to go to part 3 of this series, which will be a lying down portion, I'd invite you to stop the video now and move on to the next, the third part of this series. And we'll do a final relaxation lying down with that video. If you'd like to stop now, then you are going to use your chair or find one if you don't have one already. And you're going to sit down in that chair so that you can do a final relaxation. So from here, simply allow yourself to get nice and comfortable on your chair. Relax your back into the chair. Let your legs splay open a little bit. Let your hands rest on your thighs. You can have your palms facing up or palms facing down. And let your eyes fall closed. Take a moment to simply arrive in your chair and feel how nice it is to rest your body after a little bit of effort. As long as you feel comfortable, those eyes can be closed. You're not worried about what it looks like, you're just worried about what it feels like. From here, bring your hands to your belly. Release your chin slightly down, bowing the head. And begin to observe the breath as you inhale and exhale. There's likely a small movement of your belly with each breath, and your hands are kind of riding that wave. Scanning through the body, up from the feet, through the legs, through the hips, the trunk, the shoulders, the neck, the head, the arms. Notice any areas of tension, and to the best of your ability, allow that tension to melt away, letting go wherever you can let go. Giving yourself the space and time to notice that tension. So unconscious most of the time. But now you have a moment where you really can pay attention and give it permission to dissipate. Relaxation is so important. It allows all of the work that you just did to integrate into your body. yourself to soak it up. Allowing yourself to rest here and simply observing the rise and fall of each breath and the thorough letting go of all effort. Give a few moments of silence, and in that time, continue to pay attention to what's happening in your body and your breath right now. Staying in this moment in time. Slowly come back to awareness. Take a deeper breath in. Let your eyes softly open. Use your hands on the chair to help you sit up, finding a long, tall spine. And then bringing the palms together in the center of your chest, bowing your chin. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself and joining me in this yoga session, and I hope you are very well.